My name is Vermetia Brown, and I play the role of Abby. Well, my character is basically because I am the assistant to Janet, so I basically keep her on her feet. I do the comedy relief. Yes, I actually relate to my character because I'm able to say a lot of things I usually say at home.
Favorite line, quote, or reaction from from your shoot?
I love a big man with a fat wallet. You're like the white notorious B.I.G. And I am actually calling out all my people on Facebook, all my friends, Indigo Films, Anthony Anderson, Vivica Fox, Tanya Carmouche, Zach Caesar from REG Entertainment, he's in Atlanta, Noel, Justin Brown, my husband, and I would like you guys to actually promote, come out and see we're other fathers and support us in the action that we're trying to accomplish here.
My name is Pamela Finney, and I play the role of Janet. I am a therapist, counselor, family counseling predominantly, and I have a bit of a secret. Just like Janet, I do have secret parts of myself that I keep away from all but a slight. Well, I have a friend of mine who is a counselor, and so I spent some time talking to her, had some ideas about how to react, how not to react, how to pose questions, and manner, demeanor, and stance, things like that. Oh God, what have I done?
Is there anything you would like to add?
I'm having a great time on here, so some great talent, and I hope you come on out and watch the show.
Okay, well, basically, when I was 16, I was discovered. Didn't realize it because all I cared about was I wanted to play professional baseball. The agent kind of pursued me, and so I got involved a little bit around 18, 19 in Hollywood, but just wasn't my scene. About 10 years later, decided to check it out. So I had a couple of really successful years. Probably the biggest role was I was the bartender on Star Trek: The Next Generation. Had a lot of 5-line and under roles and some movies with Tom Cruise and a lot of cool stuff. A lot of fun. You sit there in Hollywood and you look at how many people are kind of on that precipice of like, do I give it up, fold up tent and go do something else, or do I stick around?
How do you feel as a psychologist, and you teach psychology, how do you feel that helps you when you prepare for a role?
Tremendously.
I can imagine.
Because I can actually see more almost than a lot of people even understand, and it's great because then you can think about, okay, well this is what would happen, and this is some other things that other people are kind of sitting there going, well I didn't see that in the lines. So it kind of helps.
That's
You know,
fantastic.
it helps, but there's still a lot of work for me to do.
Right.
Perfected it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it really does help, and you can kind of understand it. And then say I'm an archetype therapist, so I can see the meanings of what little things. Well, if you say this line this way, this is conveying this, the message. So, not that I've got it perfected, but it does help. And family have changed meanings over the centuries. Children used to be basically let's see how many kids we can have so we can keep the farm going. So the concepts of love and nurturing, all these things have been more of a 19th to 20th century phenomenon even to begin with. So we developed into that. But meanwhile, the men had a different role than the women. I'm never going to say we had it harder than the women. But we had this role, which is we're the bread makers originally outside the house, and then men were suddenly caught up with, oh, well, now you're supposed to be present and involved in the family. And it's interesting to see the generations of men that couldn't quite get there and whatnot, and so we're kind of trying to do it. Now I think that parenting is brutal. It's really hard. There's a ton of expectation on us. We're doing it alone anymore. The community doesn't support the parents anymore. You know, if you're trying to teach your kid decent values, you feel like you're the only one.
Right.
In the area. But fatherhood of all things could be empowered, where a man can learn that he can be a hero by being a parent.
That's fantastic.
And that's what is sad, that unfortunately you ask the average boy and they see professional athletes, they'll see singers, they see some people in the media that are not the best role models, and they think that's heroism or that's being a man. Whereas they don't recognize, that guy who goes to work and comes home and makes dinner for his wife and kids, or those pieces, that's heroic. So I'm hoping that we can inspire more people to recognize that they have the right to be a good, involved, engaged parent, the fathers, and to know that they're capable of it.
Awesome.
A lot of times they feel like, can't do that. They can't. I'm honored to be a part of this project. To be honest with you, this is wow. And to meet these people and work with Juan is incredible. And you know, to have a project that has the heart and soul and something of value like this makes life worth living.
My name is Kyle Anthony, and I play a character by the name of Lamar.
Can you?
Lamar is a angry black man, married to a very well-known coach and athletic figure, and he has daddy issues that stem from his experience of what a man is supposed to be in a family and a household, which is not what the dynamic of his relationship is, which creates an issue.
How do you relate to the character, if at all?
Because I have anger just like any other man who's struggled and who's been misguided as far as what a man is and should and could be. And I'm also a father, so I can relate to any man out there who's a father and has any type of heart of compassion for his kids or his family.
What inspiration or resources do you draw on while preparing to play your character?
Myself, like I said, this is a subject that's very important to me. I come from a long line of community activist work, and I held a position as a fatherhood program leader. Wrote my own grants for fatherhood programs in all female group homes, and it's a serious topic for me. I've been through custody battles as a child and as a father. You know, I've been told I wasn't a good father. I've been told I was the best father. You know, so it's all relevant to me because you know there's missing answers for a lot of people. There's a part where speaking to the therapist, and excuse my language, I call her a B. She's addressing my wife as if I'm not even in the room.
Oh, cool.
And I say, B, there's two of us in the room. It's totally not me, so that's kind of my favorite.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Support this project. Hopefully, more than likely, this project will have some type of insight on situations that are relevant to you, someone you may know, a friend, a father, a brother, maybe even a son. And hopefully this project will spark conversation, dialogue that leads to proper action to answer the question.